Good morning. Please rise for the Star-Spangled Banner.
fit the battle of Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. Joshua, the battle 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 Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. Joshua, the battle 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 Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho.
Talk about your kings of Gideon.
Go on, you can talk about
your men of Saul.
Go on, yes, you can talk about him.
Good old Joshua at the battle of Jericho.
That morning, Joshua, the battle 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 Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho.
Right up to the walls of Jericho.
Jericho,
march with spear in hand.
Blow that horn, Joshua.
That horn, Joshua cried.
The battle lamb in my hand. God Almighty, then the battle. Oh Lord, yes. Oh, the battle. Oh Lord, yes. Oh, the battle. Oh Lord, yes. Shout, and the walls come a-tumbling down. Oh Lord, you know that Joshua fit the battle, yes, the battle of Jericho. Joshua fit the battle, yes, the battle of Jericho. Joshua fit the battle, yes, the battle of Jericho. The walls come tumbling down. Oh Lord, you know that Joshua fit the battle, yes, the battle of Jericho. Joshua fit the battle, yes, the battle of Jericho. Joshua fit the battle, yes, the battle of Jericho. The walls come tumbling down.
Thank you, Mr. Landry, members of the choir. Excellent as always. Welcome to the 2017 Mentor High School Commencement Program. Today we recognize the senior class and award their academic achievements with the presentation of their diplomas. This class has worked hard to arrive at this day, and it is with pride that we honor them. Before we begin the ceremony, I'd like to introduce the leaders of the Mentor Exempted Village School District. Their leadership and guidance make our school and students successful. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. President of the Board of Education, Mrs. Ginny Jessling. Vice President of the Board of Education, Mrs. Mary Briner. Members of the Board, Ms. Sally Miller, Mr. William Shaw, and Mr. Thomas Tuttle. Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Matthew Miller. Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Daniel Wilson. Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Bill Porter. Assistant Superintendent of Student Services, Mrs. Margaret Watson. Director of Curriculum, Mrs. Barb Bonis. Director of Information Technology, Mr. Henry Hartman. Director of Business Operations, Mrs. Jennifer Skulski. Director of Human Resources, Mrs. Kathy Burnett. Director of Community Relations, Ms. Kristen Kirby. Director of Straight A Initiatives, Mr. Mike Lynch. Curriculum Specialist, Mrs. Pam Farrell. Curriculum Specialist, Mr. Larry Luciano. Unit 12 Principal, Mr. Kevin Medges. Unit 11 Principal, Mr. Ryan McKnight. Unit 10 Principal, Mrs. Susie Chin. Unit 9 Principal, Mrs. Crystal Wolf. Coordinator of Career Tech, Mr. Jason Crow. Director of Athletics, Mr. Jeff Casella. Representing various buildings throughout Mentor schools, Principal of Memorial Middle School, Mr. Adam Dudziak. Principal of Shore Middle School, Mr. Doug Baker. Unit 12 counselors, Mrs. Ann Harem and Mrs. Catherine Krazan. Thank you. The cumulative grade point average of 4.0 is the benchmark of academic excellence. To earn a grade point average of 4.0 or higher demands extraordinary commitment to academic pursuit. Students who have achieved this benchmark have demonstrated superior effort, outstanding organization, and excellent use of their intellectual talents and abilities. Their achievement deserves to be recognized. It is my pleasure to introduce the students who have earned a grade point average of 4.0 or higher throughout their high school career. Students, when your name is announced, please stand at your seat and remain standing until all names have been announced. Please, again, hold your applause until the very end. Joshua Wisely, Kyle Keary, Lav Patel, Bernadette Calvi, Marcus Molnar, Christopher Wynn, Wayne Ho, Jessica Languth, Thomas Markowitz, Mantis Stungies, Megan Arumpanil, Elizabeth Gorja, Andrew Davis, Hallie Busher, Zachary Parmatour, Kayla Berezny, Carmen Toth, Jack Shaley, Alexander Gonya, Jacob Carlson, Jillian Gunsch, Megan Graff, Rachel Beller, Mitchell Gagnon, Callie Randolph, Samantha Bengal, Julia Kuva, Jonathan Nichol, Kayla Pettinger, Connor Frakes, Christina Gara, Sophia Anufrienko, Alexis Miele, Amy Didaband, Marilyn Moyer, Rachel Patterson, Allison McMahon, Ethan Lewis, Haley Rado, Caleb Rikacheski, Rania Sakwa, Zeal Vagoshia, Nicole Heffington, Jesse McDonald, Gareth Jobling, Corinne Nemeke, Ariel Ackerman, Shauna Burns, Rachel Wenzel, Cassandra Berger, Emily Ray, Kayla Reeby, Alyssa Taglieri, Mackenzie Levine, Allison Kennedy, Madeline Morrison, Kelly Mullins, Nicholas Laporto, Dana Mack, Matthew Garlisi, Brittany Globe, Valerie Prunty, Hannah Speaker, Megan Slattery, Jordan Parisi, Nicole Donaldson, Kathleen Hunsiker, and Jared Roush. Congratulations. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Superintendent of the Mentor Exempted Village School District, Mr. Matthew Miller.
Good morning, graduates, family, friends, and guests, and welcome to the 93rd commencement ceremony of Mentor High School. It's an honor to be the one to stand here this morning representing the Board of Education and the entire Mentor Schools team to say from all of us to all of you, congratulations, class of 2017. Today, it's all systems go, and Mentor Schools is ready to launch 608 Mentor High School graduates into the world, the big world of life after high school. Getting here to what we'll call the launch pad is a very big deal today, so it's a good thing that I know you are ready for your next mission. How do I know? It's easy to see. Just like NASA works its way through a massive checklist before taking flight, so have you to get here today. From preschool through your senior year, you've been working hard for this moment, showing your teachers, your parents, coaches, counselors, advisors, and friends along the way that you've been all systems go for the next step after next step. Your pre-checklist, class of 2017, has truly been jam-packed. You have probably seen more changes to the educational process than any class before you. You may have learned the ABCs in a more traditional way in preschool and in kindergarten, but you've stepped up to learning the new Mentor Schools ABCs of adapting, balancing, and collaborating during your time at Mentor High School. Think of the Mentor High School you walked into on the first day of freshman year versus the Mentor High School you're leaving behind today. I hope you feel empowered by the huge educational shifts that your teachers made during this time to help get you here to the launch pad today, with real-world skills you need to succeed in your journey ahead. I am confident in your ability to adapt to the world around you, and it's a go. Your ability to find balance in your life is also a go. Your ability to collaborate well with others is also a go. All systems are go. And perhaps my favorite item on the pre-flight checklist for the class of 2017, your support systems are definitely a go. Graduates, take a moment now to look up into the stands. Take this moment in. There are several thousand people here this morning just for you. They're here to They're here to celebrate this important milestone in this life with you. Later today, be sure to take a moment to thank your support system, your parents, your grandparents, even your siblings, your teachers, coaches, loved ones, and friends. And parents and families, I'd like to thank you too. We couldn't do what we do without all of you. We appreciate you and the opportunity you entrusted in us to play such an important role in your children's lives. Thank you. Class of 2017, we must also thank our community today. It's the community's support of our schools that provided you the opportunity to receive a well-rounded, high-quality education. You are fortunate, and I am so proud of how many of you have made the most of your time at Mentor Schools, all of you. 153 of you are graduating today with honors, 68 of you with straight A's, and 304 of you with a 3.0 GPA or higher. 172 of you took advantage of our advanced placement courses and even have some college credit already under your belts, while 163 of you also specialized in career tech courses, and we all know that career tech means jobs. 13 of you already have your associate's degree, and 20 of you have decided to enlist in one of the branches of our United States military. Hundreds of you played a sport, marched for the Fighting Cardinal Marching Band, performed in theater, or participated in a club. And some of you here today are Science Olympiad state champions for the very first time in Mentor High School history. And how about this stat? Collectively, you gave more than 15,000 hours of your own time to volunteer to help others. Service above self, men and women for others. So while you were fortunate in given opportunities, Mentor was fortunate too, because you've made us proud and you've given back. I hope you will keep that great community and giving spirit alive, wherever you're going or whatever you are doing next. What you do now, graduates, is ultimately up to you. Set your trajectory and be ready to adjust your flight pattern as needed, but don't orbit aimlessly. Follow your heart while listening to your head to set your sights high. Remember, your attitude is a choice. Every day your attitude is a choice. Choose something that you are passionate about, choose to work hard, choose to be kind and compassionate, but most of all, choose to be happy. You have what it takes, class of 2017, to find, earn success in this new world you are about to enter, and you really can reach for the stars. So today, I can say confidently, graduates, you are all systems go. You're ready to launch, and you truly have the right stuff. Your future is bright, and we'll be watching. Wherever you go, whatever you do, remember, once a Cardinal, always a Cardinal. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. As Mr. Miller stated, there are so many successes to celebrate from the class of 2017. You have certainly set the bar very high for future classes to follow. While the trophies and banners will be displayed proudly on the walls of Mentor High School for all to remember, I will remember the class of 2017 for a different reason. As most of you know, this was my first year serving as the principal of Mentor High School. Mentor High can be a very intimidating place. There are over 2,400 students that walk these halls every day. I was more familiar with a smaller district. In fact, my previous district is currently holding graduation in the Mentor Fine Arts Center as we speak. There's enough room for all of their graduates and families within the auditorium. We at Mentor can barely host a grade level meeting in the FAC without feeling a little cramped. That's why, in this expansive school, I was stunned when countless students approached and thanked me for becoming part of Cardinal Nation. It impressed me. These students sitting before you have been taught to appreciate and show gratitude. In thinking about this speech today, I did a little research. I found that gratitude is an emotion that can be cultivated, and by demonstrating it, we can increase our own well-being. Showing gratitude can increase our energy, optimism, and empathy. Showing gratitude can reduce materialism. There's nothing wrong with wanting more, but showing appreciation for what we have can make one feel healthy and provide well-being. Gratitude can help us focus less on material things like cars, houses, clothing, and on more important things like family and relationships. As far as I'm concerned, these young adults sitting before us are rock stars when it comes to this definition, as they encompass all the values I just mentioned by being thankful, appreciating their teachers, and being respectful. Graduates, I share this with you today because I know that your parents are extremely proud of you. We all are. They're also very nervous. You're about to be free to take on the world. You're about to live your dreams, and I wanted your parents to know that you are ready. One of the many gifts your parents have given you is the gift of showing gratitude for all the things Mentor High School has provided you. At Mentor, our students don't just participate in speech contests, we win them. At Mentor, our students don't just compete in activities like Science Olympiad, we come in first in the state and then top 20 in the nation. At Mentor, we don't just go to a game on a Friday night, we fill the entire stands for that game. At Mentor, our baseball team and members of our track team compete for their school even after their commencement ceremony. The point is, Mentor does things on a grand scale. Our kids have opportunities that are not available in other schools, and our graduates sitting before you today get it. They know how blessed they are. In closing, I'd like to thank the class of 2017 for going easy on me. You were kind, funny, and patient, and I'm extremely thankful for that. I was fortunate to witness firsthand your generous spirit, your sense of community, and your appreciation for being part of something bigger and better than yourselves, being part of Cardinal Nation. Thank you for that, and thank you for making me a better leader. I'd like to introduce our senior class president, Mr. Isaiah Gulley.
Members of the Board of Education, faculty, staff, parents, peers, and members of the community, good morning and thank you for your time. I congratulate my 2017 class on their well-deserved graduation. Joseph B. Worthland said, "Some memories are unforgettable, remaining ever vivid and heartwarming." I think that is so true, so much of our time together at school. Remember what we were like 4 years ago? There's nervous young kids coming into one big high school, excited about seeing old friends and meeting new, but at the same time so nervous and shy to be newbies of the school. I know how concerned I was about fitting in here, being accepted, and making friends. As a graduating class of 2017, we need to express our gratitude for the wonderful opportunities that we are exposed to. Menor High has been such a great place to learn and grow over these 4 years. I have met lifelong friends, discovered my passion for learning and challenging myself to be better as a person. Here at Menor, we are taught to think outside the box, and we are allowed to be creative, discuss, and share new ideas. To our teachers and staff, I applaud your hard work and dedication creating a comfortable learning environment designed to get us ready for the big world ahead. My gratitude also extends to our parents and guardians. You have remained committed to our education, but more importantly, you have remained committed to us. You have stood by our sides, even when things have seemed a bit rocky. Wherever you may find yourself, and whatever challenge you may have chosen to follow and explore, hold true to what shaped your yesterdays. Acknowledge and appreciate what you are today, and dare to be all that you can be. Today, we stand on the brink of a new chapter in our lives. Take a moment to reflect on everything that we have achieved. Take a moment to look back and to see and appreciate just how far we have all come. Today is our opportunity to acknowledge our accomplishments. We are a class filled with students who possess so many unique talents, and I'm very excited to see what the class of 2017 will be able to accomplish in the years to come. So to the great class of 2017, thank you for letting me be the one to lead our class down a path full of great memories. Live every day after this like it's the first day of the greatest adventure of your life. And now I'd like to introduce one of our great speech contest winners, Jessica Miller. Thank you.
This morning, when I woke up, I noticed things differently. The sky was a brighter blue, the grass was greener, and I felt like I was going to throw up. I, like many of my classmates, have been waiting for this day for the past 13 years. So, congratulations. The day is finally here. The next chapter of our life begins today. Like me, not all of us started out as a Menor Cardinal. On the other hand, some of us are legacy Cardinals who followed in our family's footsteps. No matter where we started, we will always be a Menor Cardinal. Even though we claim high school isn't our favorite, we can't imagine ourselves anywhere else. Class of 2017 has been able to be in school during some pretty unforgettable events. First iPhones, first African American president, and most importantly, when the Warriors blew the 3-1 lead against the Cavs. Which has shaped us into who we are today. After today, we get to choose our own path. So make sure it's a great one. Our path needs to define what we believe in, no matter how difficult it may be. On days as important as today is, it is easy to feel hopeful about the future. But let's face it, there'll be hard times and tough days ahead. We could have hard times like student loans, job stress, or just the simple uncertainty of the future. We have to make sure we can fight our own battles because we will not always have someone physically by us to help us out. Graduates, take a moment to thank your family. Give a wave or blow a kiss. Hi, Mom. They were the ones who helped you the most. At times, we may feel hopeless, alone, and want to give up. But we have to hold on to hope and keep it alive. We have to be stronger than the problems we may encounter. You need to be hopeful, not only for yourself, but for others. Whenever someone is in times of need, minor high students rally together, whether it be donations for teachers, themed student sections, or 20 students enlisting in the military. Now that we have come together here, we know we can always make an impact no matter where we go. As we look around here today, at all these people who shaped us into who we are, I know it feels like this is our last time seeing each other, and that this is goodbye. But we will always carry a piece of each other into everything we do. I am lucky enough to have met all of you, and thank you for shaping me into who I am. So, the sky really is a brighter blue, and the grass is a little greener. And now I have nothing to be worried about, because I know the class of 2017 will always be there for each other. I would now like to introduce our other speech winner, Alexis Miele.
Good morning, family, friends, staff, and soon-to-be graduates. Thank you all for supporting us throughout high school and attending this ceremony. The past 4 years would not have been possible without your support and encouragement. Today, I want to take just a few moments to talk to you about art. In December of this past year, the world said goodbye to Carrie Fisher, known to many simply as Star Wars' Princess Leia. A mental health advocate and activist throughout her life, Fisher once noted, "I do not want my life to imitate art. I want my life to be art." In this, she echoed Walt Whitman, father of American poetry, who wrote the following: "This is what you shall do. Re-examine all you have been told at school or church or in any book. Dismiss whatever insults your own soul, and your very flesh shall be a great poem." My fellow graduates, today I want to remind you to let your lives be art, to continue the poems you have already begun. For the past 4 years, we have been writing poetry out of our lives as we formed distinctive identities. Many of us started from scratch. We crumpled up countless papers of our former selves and tossed them into the wastebasket in hopes of writing better versions. Nonetheless, we are all poets, each and every one of us, not by choice, but by nature, by flesh, and by very consequence of being human. As we sit at this crossroads, I encourage you to examine the poem that you have written. Who or what influenced it? What message does it send? And most importantly, do I like the message I'm sending? Then, do as Uncle Walt instructs. Dismiss whatever insults your own soul. If you do not like what you have written, start over, not just today, but every day. We are the authors of our own fates. It is never too late to write a story that you can be proud of. That said, it is easy to get caught up in writing the perfect poem, one that follows exact rhyme and impeccable meter. Do not strive for this goal. A great poem, like a great life, does not arise from perfection, so be imperfect. Change your mind about what you want, and then change it again, and maybe even again until you are happy. Make mistakes. You are writing in pencil. It is okay to just erase them. Fail. Fail often and fail brilliantly. Then pick yourself back up and use your failure to begin a stronger line. In living imperfectly, we build our souls. In building our souls, we can all become legendary poets. Class of 2017, today we finish the stanza of high school, but it will not end with a period. Periods emphasize finality, but there is nothing final about graduation. The people we've known, the memories we've shared, and the lessons we've learned will remain with us forever, evident in every line of each of our poems. So today, let us not have an ending. Let us allow high school to carry over into the rest of our lives. Let us finish this stanza not with a period, but with a comma. Graduates, congratulations, and thank you very much for contributing to my poem.
Mrs. Jessling, members of the Board of Education, and Mr. Miller, it is with pride and confidence that I present the class of 2017 to you and certify they have met the requirements for graduation established by the state of Ohio and the Mentor Exempted Village School District. Ms. Jessling, the class of 2017.
Thank you, Mr. Fetchick. What a great day. On behalf of the Mentor Board of Education, we proudly receive the class of 2017 as having completed the requirements necessary to be granted a diploma on this day, May 27, 2017.
I remind you that today's ceremony is both a dignified and happy event. I do realize we are in a stadium. However, in order to preserve the dignity of commencement, we ask that parents, family members, and other guests not call out, whistle, or applaud when your senior receives his or her diploma. Please exhibit appropriate and respectful behavior and hold applause until the last graduate has been introduced. We appreciate your cooperation for an expeditious and polite ceremony. At this time, it is my pleasure to present the diplomas to the officers and leaders of the class of 2017. Isaiah Gulley, Senior Class President. Hallie Busher, Senior Class Vice President. Megan Arumpanil, National Honor Society President. Alexis Miele, Student Body President.
Michael Abate. Ariel Marcia Ackerman. Megan Nicole Adamick. Dwayne Aaron Adkins. Nicholas Joseph Adernetti. Maya Kaylee Al-Alami. Donovan Michael Albu. Sophia Mira Anufrienko. Samuel Anthony Arcaro. Majed Abdul Atiya. David Allen Babakanyan. Richard James Baker. Michael Leon Ballantyne. Blake Eric Bancroft. Sonia Paige Barkanowitz. Alyssa Lynn Barrett. Peter James Barton. Lauren Kathleen Bartosik. Kyle Christopher Basham. Amanda Luann Basili. Quentin Thomas Bateman. Aaliyah Lynn Bauer. Daniel John Beasley. Brooke Nicole Beck. Nicholas Ross Beebe. Elise Ann Began. Rachel Elaine Beller. Ryan Anthony Bensina. Ashlyn Morgan Benedict. Samantha K. Bengal. Jordan Patrick Benner. Alexandria Hanan Bennett. Bailey Aaron Benz. Nicholas Emmanuel Berardinelli. Kayla Elizabeth Berezny. Caroline Rose Berlin. Kendra Nicole Bernot. Nathan David Bertley. Ryan Robert Bischoff. Noah Alexander Bishop. Mackenzie Celeste Biscup. Austin Gabriel Bissell. Logan Christopher Bittner. Jackson Cole Blahovic. Heather Ann Blair. Nathan Merrill Blake. Julia Ann Bleck. Christian Michael Boback. Matthew William Bohannon. Caitlin Elizabeth Belaney. Alexa Rose Bombick. Gabriella Maria Bombick. Brittany Nicole Boncha. Jeremy Keith Bossert. Sean Edward Bauer. Eamon Joseph Bracken. Allie Marie Brancato. Brittany Nicole Broswell. Bradley Ernest Bresky. Christopher Michael Brickner. Daniel Brigadier. Matthew Brigadier. Zachary Charles Bright. Ethan John Britton. Elizabeth Renee Broland. Melissa Kim Brozier. Robert Christopher Bruner. Parker Timothy Brancala. Stephanie Marie Bryant. Evan Herbert Brezikowski. Maximilian Thomas Buffkin. Matthew Robert Allen Bull. Amber Nicole Berger. Cassandra Pearlberger. Ashley Elizabeth Bush. Kayla Ann Calavita. Bernadette Calvi. Nicholas Richard Campola. Rachel Lee Cantwell. Michael Joseph Carciopolo. Allison Elizabeth Carey. Jacob Bradford Carlson. Brianna Elisa Carmichael. Nathan Maxwell Carr. Kaylin Michelle Carroll. Amanda Marie Carty. Calvin Knox Catania. Jarrett Robert Catterall. Taylor Victoria Cavell. Kaylin Morgan Corse. Jack Ryan Shaley. Alexandria Ann Shamar. Xavier Anthony Cheek. Kaylin Ray Clark. Nicholas Michael Clayson. Nicholas Anthony Cola. Isabella Catherine Cole. Alyssa Renee Collins. Christopher Malcolm Devine Collins. Justice James Allen Cologne. Haley Elizabeth Combs. Robert Condrick. Caitlin Elizabeth Cood. Holly Nicole Cooper. Hannah Elizabeth Costanzo. Alexa Midori Cottage. Kayla Renee Chrissy. Thomas Omer Cromes III. Courtney Jean Cutts. Julia Ann Cuva. Jason Giovanni D'Arcangelo. Mark Allen Descar. Keisha Rakesh Dalal. Mackenzie Rose Daly. Brandon Lee Darnell. Andrew Robert Davis. John Philip Davis Jr. Tegan Rose Davis. Timothy Dean Day. Jonathan Donald de Blasi II. Adriana Marie Del Rosa. Angelina Grace DeLillo. Inez Derrick. Matthew Michael Dietering. Austin Tyler Devine. Dominic Antonio DeVito. Amelia Isabella DiBiasio. Robin Catherine DeFranco. Samantha Nicole DeFranco. Emily Catherine DiLiberto. Michaela Marie Dillon. Amy K. Ditterbrand. Alyssa Nicole Divelbus. Mackenzie Kendall Dolis. Sarah Morgan Domino. Nicole Elizabeth Donaldson. Caitlin Nicole Donahoe. Erin Rose Donovan. Peter Anthony Drzenovic. Brianna Christine Dufour. Mitchell Patrick Duncan. Brittany Nicole Duplessis. Tyler Austin Durfee. Alexander Jack Diehouse. Noah James Eichler. Brian Michael Eichler. Nicholas Anthony Ellick. Cash Truman Ellerby. Veronica Marie Elliott. Sophie Marie Els. Noah Vincent Elshaw. Brittany Rose Filler. Jacob Michael Fendura. Kyle Michael Fishley. Catherine Faye Fisk. Cameron John Fluhart. Colin Anthony Force. Ryan Joseph Forsyth. Amy Lynn Fortuna. Rachel Marion Fosnot. Kai Jacob Foster. Mary Lynn Fowler. Gianna Marie Fox. Anthony Scott Freeman. Jacob Michael Fries. Joshua Anthony Fershenko. Tyler Matthew First. Justin David Fumick. Kristen Michelle Funk. Isabella Jean Fucci. Brianna Catherine Gabriel. Mitchell John Gagnon. Erin Marie Gallagher. Cameron Anthony Gandy. Christina Angelina Gara. Aurelia Garcia. Matthew Dominic Garlisi. Alexis Noel Garrett. Taylor Lynn Garrison. Jordan Elizabeth Gidley. Elizabeth Ann Gilreath. Brittany Nicole Globe. Tyler Hawk Goebel. Alexander Scott Gonya. Mark Scott Gordon. Elizabeth Ann Gorjup. Madison Nicole Goriance. Jack Patrick Grady. Maxwell Edward Grayling. Megan Elizabeth Graff. Adam Charles Gray. Zachary Tyler Greenwood. Jillian Faye Gunch. Olivia May Haas. Megan Nicole Haffey. Ryan James Hagan. Drake William Hamilton. Cullen Robert Hammond. Brandon Nicole Harbor. Cole. Nicholas Russell Hardman. Matthew James Harrison Jr. Caitlin Margaret Hartman. Megan Rose Marie Harvey. Thomas Anthony Hatcher. Nicole Lynn Heffington. Michaela Paris Heller. Belen Michelle Herget. Jasmine Nicole Hernandez Coy. Isabella Angelina Hill. Maxwell Joseph Hill. Ashley Marie Hoddle. Lauren Marie Hodke. Joseph Taylor Hoffman. Kyle William Hoffman. Allison Marie Holt. Lucy B. Homerkhaus. Nicolette Marie Hoon. Joseph Andrew Hornick. Molly Harriet Horvath. Wayne Wayen Ho. Megan Taylor Howell. Faith Elizabeth Ruska. Joanne Wang. Tyler Anthony Humbert. Jonathan Andrew Wayne Hunsucker. Sarah Catherine Hunt. Kathleen Rose Hunziker. Sarah Ann Hyman Lloyd. Ali Zayed Ibrahim. Tori Lynn Andre. Madeline Nicole Isa. Robert Francis Giuliani III. Zachary Davis Jackson. Emma Bell Jacobs. Christopher Michael Jacoby. Jordan Olivia Jeffrey. Hannah Christine Jepson. Gareth Peter Jobling. Connor K. Jones-White. Katya Josipovic. Sydney Christine Call. Andriana Marie Campman. Andrew James Kanega, Jr. John Christopher Caprosi. Kyle Anthony Karchevsky. Kemi Casabwala. Priya Casabwala. Kyle Edward Carey. Joseph Paul Keeneth. Jessica Lynn Kelhofer. Devin Isaiah Kelly. Allison Isabella Kennedy. Nathan James Kerr. Nicole Marie Kerr. Jonathan Vincent Kirkpatrick. Aubrey Noel Klatt. Thomas Patrick Klepsick. Cynthia Lynn Kling. Autumn Rose Clovis. Lauren Marie Klosky. Tyler James Knapp. Ryan Michael Knowles. Kayla Louise Kobilis. Jordan W. Cosina. Icy Codephone. Brian Michael Colat. Tyler Patrick Kohler. Jack James Korsak. Andrea Marie Kotlarsik. Nicholas John Coates. Jacob Allen Kowalczyk. Avery Elizabeth Kravenke. Madison Marie Kursak. Brianna D. Kruder. Colin Joseph Cuglin. And Jack Michael Currit.
Michael Manitti. Gabrielle Christine Mish. Luke Samuel Misenchik. Alexander John Mitchell. Troy David Molinar. Marcus Tyler Molnar. Dominic Anton Momini Jr. Marissa Lynn Montana. Thomas Matthew Moore Jr. Joseph Bradley Moran. Lorenzo Michael Morano. Sarah Ann Morgan. Brooke Mackenzie Moore. James Jonathan Morris Jr. Madeline Rose Morrison. DeAndre LaShawn Mosley. Madeline Sue Moyer. Marilyn Rose Moyer. Michael Patrick Moroka. Madeline Ann Mulhall. Bradley Lewis Mullen. Kelly Ann Mullins. Lily Marie Murphy. Sierra Rose Naro. Emma Kathleen Nelson. Corinne Irene Nemeke. Jessica Elaine Nemeth. Brandon Joseph Nevulis. Christopher Fan Wynn. Thomas Edward Knoll. Adriana Marie Norwood. Jonathan George Nichol. Brennan Patrick O'Malley. Joshua Thomas Olbrock. Adrian Eris Oglesby. Kelby Elizabeth Orlando. Mary Catherine Pokowski. John E. Padden. Vincent Anthony Pagan. Jordan Elise Parisi. Bradley Arnold Parker. Zachary Joseph Parmator. Kinjalben Harshadbhai Patel. Lav Haresh Patel. Ruchi Knighton Patel. Abigail Nicole Patterson. Rachel Ann Patterson. Samantha Lee Patterson. Andy J. Polishin. Chad Michael Pearson. Jonathan James Pachatsko. Jacob Alexander Peck. Aaron Stone Pita. Natalie Augustine Padone. Melanie Ann Pensky. Zoe Renee Perrier. Joanna Patricia Perry. Zachary Wayne Perry. Theodore Carl Peterson. Jenna Marie Petrovic. Brianne Marie Petty. Kayla Betty Pettinger. Joseph Thomas Phillips. Marcus Jonathan Finizzi. Marina Jean Pietrantosi. Jesse James Plumel. Mitchell Edward Polton. Riley Quinn Powers. Jaden Rihanna Prawl. Sarah Maria Prainer. Brian Thomas Pritchard. Valerie Faith Prunty. Kylie Ann Putney. Haley McKenna Rado. Richard Frank Radovanek III. Callie Elizabeth Randolph. Sophia Rose Rastetter. Jared Lee Roche. Taylor Victoria Raleigh. Emily Nicole Ray. Jamie Augusta Renans. Shatea Marie Reed. Sean Michael Rayner. Christine Marie Ranke. Jacob Robert Respondick. John Christopher Revenaugh. Tyler Daniel Rhodes. Alexa Bell Rico. Samantha Marie Rico. Colin Charles Rich. Aaron Daniel Richardella. Kayla Michelle Reby. Marie Catherine Rigo. John Spooner Rattar. Ethan Ray Riley. Samuel Clark Rintema. Angel Michelle Riviota. Donovan Kenneth Robinson. Salvatore Robert Rocco. Brian Joseph Ross Jr. Joseph Richard Rosick. Olivia Marlene Ruiz. Paige Catherine Rupert. Caleb Rikacheski. Larry Emil Salerno III. Sarah Catherine Sandman. Sarah Rose Sansevera. Rania Michael Saka. Arthur Sarukanyan. Brittany Carmela Scarvelli. Stephen Lawrence Shine. Cameron Joseph Schmickla. Paige Elizabeth Schussler. Annalise Lynn Seifried. Danielle Marie Semick. Brianna Caitlin Sharth. Shayla Monique Shearer. Seth Thomas Sherrod. Hallie Lynn Siegel. Lindsay Morgan Siegel. Kara Noel Silva. Bryn Ellen Semeng. Haley Jean Simmerall. Jared Michael Simcoe. Nicholas Joseph Civillo. Grace Elizabeth Skorupski. Gianna Marie Sluga. Nicholas Paul Smalley. Anna Christine Smith. Brianna Marie Pearl Smith. Jacob Robert Smith. John Darcy Smith II. Nicholas William Smith. Siobhan Destiny Smith. Sabrina Ann Smike. Shane Julio Snyder Jr. Justin Tyler Sokolsky. Savannah Lee Somrak. Shelby Suzanne Sorrell. Nicole Marie Spence. Hannah Elizabeth Speaker. Olivia Paige Spleet. Jared Christopher St. John. Justin Edward Stefanson. Ian Michael Stefanson. Tyler Alexander Steinmetz. Kevin David Stevenson. Marilyn Lynn Stewart. Morgan Michaela Stewart. Cameron James Story. Kayla Ezra Stovall. Billy James Strozier III. Gavin Alexander Stud. Montes Stungus. Alex Thomas Sweeney. Megan Catherine Sweeney. Carly Rose Swider. Alyssa Nicole Taglieri. Alexis Nerone Ramsey Tate. Thomas Dean Taylor Jr. Andrew Joseph Teachout. Noelle Christine Thoeni. Maximus Randall Thomas. Matthew Gregory Tyrak. Nicholas Charles Thomasone. Bryce Matthew Tomalets. Cheyenne Elizabeth Topping. Jessica Nicole Toth. Matthew Derek Toth. Carmen Michael Toth. Nash David Tripido. Joseph Glenn Trevette. Megan Marie Tricano. Manning Joseph Trubisky. Maxwell Joseph Ufholz. Kyle Robert Albrecht. Nicole Marie Uliger. Kyle Joseph Allshafer. Carly Nicole Vaccarello. Zeal Ishwar Bagasia. Alexa Ann Valori. Rebecca Lynn Verdone. Megan Elizabeth Vernon. Benjamin Charles Vincent. Geraldine Emily Vakurka. Nathan Connor Volker. Bryce James Volpe. Ashley Marie Vondren. Nicole Ellen Wallstrom. Jenna Nicole Wallace. Robert Allen Wallace. Ryan Christopher Walmsley. Bethany Mariah Walton. Noah Allen Ward. David Patrick Warner. Amelia Gail Washburn. Emily Gail Washburn. Suzanne Yvonne Weber. Dylan Patrick Welch. Rachel Ann Wenzel. Madison Casey Whitaker. Renata Louise Weiss. Evan Shane Wiggins. Andrew Joseph Winland. Jacob Michael Winter. What's your middle name? Taylor Chastain Winter. Joshua Allen Wisely. Ryan Russell Wolwicki. Sierra Ann Wiley. Zachary Martin Wyam. Lynn Chu. Caitlin J. Yanasco. Gabrielle Lane Young. Molly Kathleen Zolchek. Same. Ava Victoria Zupans.
Before I begin, I would first like to thank Mr. Miller and the Board of Education as they have made this day possible for all of us. I would also like to extend a thank you to the high school administration team for allowing each day to be a positive one for our students. In addition, thanks to the teachers and counselors, they have also contributed to your success. Last but certainly not least, thank you to all the parents who have helped guide you to this day and who will always be there for you. I wish I could begin my speech with all of the answers to your futures, but I cannot. Your future is now in your hands, and what you do with it is up to you. You are no longer that freshman kid who struggled to navigate Mentor High School. Rather, you have become a young adult who has every opportunity in front of you. But from this point forward, you and only you will be responsible for the decisions you make. Your future path is yours to create. Choose wisely as you map out the best possible future for yourself. But don't be afraid to hit the redo button and choose another road if the one you are on is not getting you to where you want to be, and more importantly, who you want to be. I know the next step down the path of your life is scary, but trust me when I tell you, you should not be afraid, but rather you should be excited as you're about to embark on amazing times in your life. No path is unalterable. You can always make changes to the person you want to be. You can hit the redo button if you are not happy with the person you've become. Believe me, every adult in this arena has had to hit the redo button numerous times. Our futures are ours to create, and we always have the power to make them better. Your accomplishments can never be diminished. Everyone in this building will take a different path, and that is the way it should be. I wish all of you the best of luck. While each one of you will choose a different path that is different, all of you have this day in common forever, and no one can take that accomplishment away. Know this: I will never forget the fond memories of my first graduating class, and I hope someday you look back and smile at the memories of Mentor High School. Good luck, and be the person you want to be, and more importantly, the person I know you can be. I now invite the seniors and any alumni in the audience to stand together and sing the alma mater one last time. At this time, I ask you to move your tassel from the right side of the cap to the left, signifying the shared end experience and the beginning of a new tomorrow. Congratulations, class of 2017. You are now graduates. Class dismissed.